Dear friends, it's an honor to speak to you today on the European Vegan Summit. I am Marianne Thieme, co-founder of the political party, the Partij for the Animals, and I'm former leader and member of parliament. Human beings are the only species that threatens the very survival of the life on Earth. Humans regard themselves as the embodiment of the highest developed form of intelligence, the very top of the pyramid of civilization. However, this conveniently ignores the fact that wherever human beings go, major problems emerge. And someone said to me once, you know, in a world without humans, there wouldn't be any crises. Crises like climate change, biodiversity crisis, scarcity of drinking water, energy crisis, food crisis, and of course, the COVID pandemic. The list goes on and on. In the Netherlands, 1.6 million farm animals are slaughtered every day. 600 million a year. And that's hard to believe, I know, in a country with a population of only 17 million people. That's 120 farm animals per Dutch household. So it's no surprise that the Netherlands was the first country in the world to have actually a political party for the animals, as a response to the man-centered way of thinking and to propose an eco-centered way of thinking. Nearly 20 years ago we founded this party with just 4 people and no budget. And dear friends, I'm sure you can imagine that the majority of the people mocked us for starting a party for animals. They made fun of us. They couldn't believe their ears when they heard of our existence. What's next? A party for bicycles or a party for plants? And didn't we know we were the laughingstock of the country and we were never going to make it into parliament? But there were also people, feminists, famous authors, intellectuals and opinion leaders who saw us as the next emancipation movement. After the liberation of slaves, women given rights to children, the next logical step was to consider the interest of animals seriously, to look beyond the interest of our own species. And friends, all these emotions of anger, of hope, of disbelief, sarcasm are very useful, I can assure you. It takes emotions to start a debate, to move people, to achieve social change. Well, it immediately became evident that our strategy worked when we first participated in the elections of January 2003. We got a lot of free publicity and overnight other political parties adopted animal welfare as an issue in their election programs and communications. Many other parties jumped on the bandwagon. They started to do more for animals as a result of our role as a pacer or pace-setter in the marathon. They realized that animal rights were becoming an increasingly important issue for the electorate. And in November 2006, 16 years ago, for the first time ever in the world, voters elected members of a Party for the Animals to a national parliament. With 2, nearly 3 seats, we achieved a victory, a world premiere. So today, 20 years after we started, we have more than 100 seats in regional and civil and national parliaments, and even 1 seat in the European Parliament. And there are now more than 20 parties for the animals in the world today since our breakthrough. So, dear friends, we are on the threshold of a new era. Our interactions with other living creatures must change. But this new era will not come to pass without a struggle. The established order, which has a vested interest in exploiting animals, will use all its powers to resist. Yet, just as tobacco industry's apparently untouchable position of power crumbled away as a result of changing social attitudes, so will progressive social insights into animal rights also ensure that animals are no longer the pariahs of this planet. And I'm proud to be part of a movement that is the exponent of this new era. The time is ripe. And although it's quite a paradigm shift that we want to achieve, and although it's ambitious and hard work, sometimes very frustrating with lots of counterforce, we are on our way. Starting at this vegan summit, for we need scientists, citizens and activists in politics. It reminds me of a great quote of Margaret Mead in the 40s of the last century. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. And she's so right. Think about other social movements that changed the world. It all started with just a few people. Have an inspirational summit and don't forget to enjoy the ride. Thank you.